time all the way from Arizona. Her name is Antoinette Soto. She is joining me right now. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining us here on Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. And considering that you live in Arizona, which is one of the most warmest, if not the warmest state in this whole country, I'm curious, what's the weather conditions up there right now?
Right now, it's about, I'm in Phoenix, so it's about maybe 106, 107 degrees right now.
Good grief.
So, scorching. Definitely don't go anywhere without a water bottle or some Gatorade or something to hydrate.
As a Arizona resident yourself, I mean, how do you deal going through this type of weather on a daily basis, especially this time of the year?
It's more of a cope. You kind of you try to get to point A to point B as quick as possible. Most people drive kind of like 20 miles over the speed limit. It's kind of crazy, but hey, once you get there, you're good. So other than that, when you're in this crazy traffic for 45 minutes in the freeway, yeah, you better just think of cold weather. That's all you gotta say.
I guess having warm weather is not all that fun, especially when it's in the 100s day after day after day. But hey, as long as you got some liquid and plenty of it, and
right.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Indeed.
So, what made you decide to be a model? How did that came about for you?
Well, it actually started about 8 years ago. I was actually working at a daycare as accounts receivable, and I don't know if you've heard of Telemundo. It's a station. It's a Latin station, and they came in to do a commercial for this company I was working for, and they happened to ask me if I wanted to do some commercials for them. So basically, I kind of just fell into it, and after that, I just took it, 110%. And there's really nothing that holds me back or deters me away from doing what I'm doing now.
That's very interesting, going from the daycare scene to the modeling
right.
scene. Talk about a transition. What type of modeling do you like to do the most? Are you more of a glamour model, a fashion model? Like, what type of modeling you like to do?
There isn't really a particular modeling per se that I really just completely enjoy. I like all. I'm pretty diverse. I love to be a video vixen. I'm in tons of videos. I love to shoot with the bikini. I love bikini. I guess because it keeps me on my toes, because if I know there's a shoot coming on, I know I'm going to have to keep the calories down. There's no way of bending. But all in all, it's all fun. I enjoy every minute, every moment. You have to be on your A game 24/7 in this industry. You can't lag. There's no per se sleeping point in this industry. It's just either you are or you aren't. And I love it. I'm very competitive because I used to, before I used to do fitness competitions too. So before I started really gung-ho in modeling, I used to compete in fitness competitions. So that's in my nature.
How did it feel to be a part of the competition? I mean, I guess there are some rules to these competitions. Like you got to be a certain age or whatever. Is it like an age limit, or is it? I mean, exactly how is the competition is based on? Is it based on like who got the best muscles or anything like that?
Yes, exactly. You hit it right on. It's basically on they judge you on your physique, how the striations are. You're pretty much not all there because you're depleted of carbohydrates and nutritional value. So it's basically just how you look in your bikini. They critique every little inch of your body, and that's the reason why a lot of people don't even step in that zone. But like I said, that's in my nature. I'm very competitive. So I took the fitness level to another spectrum, and I completed that. And so being a model or an actress is not intimidating. It's pretty much, I go into it 110%, and I get what I need to get done. And if you're not going to portray yourself as the best, you're not gonna get the best, or you're not gonna receive the best. So that's kind of like my philosophy.
You mentioned that you are a video vixen, and here's a question I've always wanted to ask a video vixen. Do you feel like that the music video women get too much of a bad rap because of what's going on behind the scenes, with all the politics and, things like that? How do you feel about the perception that video vixens get?
I believe that being a video vixen or having that perception, I think it's more or less, what do you do other than that? Because it's just like when you do nothing but car shows, that's why most models from AZ, they're car shows. And therefore, I want to do not just car shows, not just videos. I want to do all of everything. So it's not just, I'm going to be in this music video and I'm going to do 10 other music videos. No. I think that's where I think people misinterpret a video vixen and they get a bad rap, because that's all they're doing. They're the same girl in the same video. They have nothing else. They're not doing anything else on their resume. So I think that's when people start labeling the video vixen. But regardless, it takes a lot of work. Even the girls in the videos, it takes work. It takes a certain attitude to be in that video. Like, you still have to be an actress. Like, you're not the same person you are doing a photo shoot. It's all different. And especially what the artist wants, you have to bring it to the table, bring it to the camera. You have to bring it out in the video. So, I have respect for video vixens. I have respect for any person that can get on there and do it, because I'm living it. So, but it's more or less, I think, if they just stay in that same genre or stay in that same line of work, I think they'll get that rap without doing anything else.
I definitely get where you're coming from. I feel like if that's all that a lot of these women do for a living, and you don't expand yourself, if you just, I guess those type of people are called one-dimensional. You, on the
Correct.
other hand, you do more than that. You fitness modeling. From my understanding, you've done some wrestling as well.
Right.
And,
indeed. I just had a wrestling shoot earlier today.
Yeah, me being a wrestling fan myself, I want to talk about the whole wrestling scene that you're a part of. I know you've worked with Sleeper Kid. I know you've worked for FWR up there in Arizona. In addition to the other work that you do, what made you decide to get into wrestling?
Well, actually, there was a casting on Model Mayhem, and it kind of intrigued me because I am into fitness. So I figured I'll kind of still get my workout, but then wrestle and then get paid for it. So there was more cons than there were more pros than there were cons. So I went to the casting, and they did a carry and lift with me, and I can carry and lift them. They can carry and lift me, and then we kind of went through the traditional wrestling moves, and I caught on very well. So therefore, I just decided, okay, you can cast me as one of your models on your sites. It's fine. Because pretty much you have to be comfortable with that. Getting body slammed being able to body slam a person that's over 115 pounds over your head and slam them. It's all acting too, but you still have to know the traditional wrestling moves. But I love it. I love it because I still get my workout. I get paid to look good in a bathing suit or whichever outfit I'm doing at the time for the video. And it's always something new to learn with wrestling. It's not the repetitive thing like how modeling can be. So.
Oh, best believe I'm definitely going to purchase some of your videos in the future. I'm definitely a fan of your work on that field as well as your modeling career and so forth. I'm here that you're going to be included in a DVD coming up. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, Tony Kerr, he's actually a director here in Phoenix, Arizona, and he is actually producing and publishing a DVD that consists of myself and 9 other wonderful models from AZ. And it's going to be very entertaining because it has all his work plus his photos and me, of course. I'm featured in there. And yes, I'm actually in the trailer to his DVD right now. I'm actually the girl coming out of the water, swooping out of the water. So it's actually great. Like, I actually have to make an appearance for his release for the DVD next Thursday at a club here in Phoenix. So,
how do you feel about the project and how it's all put together? I mean, now that it's closing in on being released.
I think it's a great move for him as a director because he can actually promote his work plus the models that are in the video. I think it's a great move for him because he hasn't done anything like this before. So there's more exposure, not just for himself, but for I as a model. And I think it's gonna create more revenue for him, more revenue for myself, and it's gonna hit. Who knows where this can go? Who knows what shops it can be found out as far as where you can locate it and purchase it. But I'm excited for him because he's not just releasing that. He's actually releasing the movie that he was just in called Blood Inc., and I'm featured in that movie as well as one of the temptress. So it's not just one release. It's 2 that he gets to hit in one shot.
So is this? Are these DVDs going to be available online for everyone to purchase, or is this just released locally out there in Arizona?
I believe it's just local right now, but it's been kind of vague with everything. He just told me that just go to the appearance. So I think after I know, probably by next week, I'll know exactly where it's going to be sold. The placements of either state or just online, but I believe it's going to be online right now, locally, excuse me.
So,
but I'll know.
So, in addition to that, do you have anything else you have in the works coming up? Any upcoming appearances? Any upcoming shoots that you'd like to promote?
Yes, I actually got signed with Negus Global. They're actually my new management company, and I'm actually going to be published in Bullseye, and hopefully I'm crossing my fingers in Maxim I believe, in 4 months. So I am shooting for that, and I'm actually going to be doing more appearances in Vegas because they do a lot of work in Vegas. So I'll be there, working there. And there's always just tons of photo shoots, and mainly a more video shoot because I'm trying to hit more of the acting spectrum of the industry. So if I can cross over, that would be awesome. But I mean, more so because Blood Inc. was my first like movie per se.
I can definitely see you being in a Maxim magazine. I mean, you definitely have the features. You have the look. You have the smile, obviously, and you're an Arizona woman for peeps' sake. I mean, Arizona woman, Arizona in general. Not only is the weather hot, but the women are hot too. And
Oh, thank you.
so I'm definitely looking forward to many more of your work. For people that wants to learn more from you or keep in touch with you, why don't you go ahead and promote your social network links, your websites, or any other links people need to know?
Definitely. Well, they can actually they can see all my work and all the upcoming blogs that are going to be on my site. You can go to AntoinetteSoto.com. You can directly message me on my Facebook. You would go to Facebook.com/Antoinette Soto. You can follow me on Twitter at Antoinette Soto. And you can Instagram me and follow me at Miss Fitness AZ. And then you can also see a lot of the YouTube videos that I've done at youtube.com/Miss Fitness AZ. So there's tons of ways to get a hold of me. It's just a matter of which network site you use or engine or you prefer. So, but definitely, all my fans can follow me on Facebook as well. That's where they actually get a lot of my upcoming work and what I've done. Even 5 years ago, you could see all the pictures I used that are past. So it's really up to the fan. But I definitely appreciate all my fans and all my followers and the future to come. It's going to be awesome.
Well, you definitely got a new fan in me, and to the listeners out there, you are indeed a triple threat, if not more. I mean, an actress, a wrestler, a model, a fitness competitor. I mean, that makes you a quadruple threat, and you're a businesswoman. I mean, that's awesome. You're making big moves, and I'm happy that you're expanding yourself. I mean, that's what people have to do nowadays. You just can't stick to one thing and just hope it's gonna make you a lot of money. You getting yourself out there in other areas in entertainment. So I say good for you.
Well, thank you. I also wanted to mention too, I do have a trademark name. It's called Wink Wink. Therefore, I'm going to be creating my own fitness line for women. I'm going to start with women, so I'll have Wink Wink apparel. So right now, like everything that I do, it pretty much, I surround myself with the Wink Wink. And you can definitely see it like on my Facebook, all over my website, Instagram. So definitely I would love the support for that, and that's going to be blown up.
Well, definitely keep in touch with that, Miss Wink Wink, and that might as well be your nickname, another nickname for you. We want to thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being here, and you definitely have our support going forward, and we wish you many more success in all areas that you do. You have any final words and shout outs?
I just want to, like I said, I just want to thank all the fans, all the support, and if for all the I always get asked, how do you get in the industry? And really, it takes, you have to be proactive, and you just have to be on your A game. No matter where you're at, you take it seriously, like a job. It's not a hobby. If you want to take it to another level, this is a job, and you have to love it. For anything that you do, if you question it ever before, just take a leap and follow it. Follow your admirations. So that being said, I want to thank everybody that's listening. I want to thank you so much for having me on the show, and I want to God bless you as well. And for future, anytime you want to do an interview, believe me, don't hesitate. Definitely let me know.
Oh, most definitely. I would love to have you back on in the future. Maybe we'll have you back next month for the 6-year anniversary show. I'm pretty much going to be reaching out to former guests and stuff. So, I mean, if you're available right around that time on August 24th, we'll definitely love to have you back.
Awesome. Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
All right, we're going to go ahead and let you go, and you have a good night.
You as well. Thank you so much.
And God bless you as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. That was our guest of the evening, Antoinette Soto.